Hello everyone, in this video we are talking about our third root word of the 220 root word series, which is ant or ante, which means before. So every time a word has ant or ante in the beginning, the word will have the feeling of before in it. First word, which is originated from ante root word, is antecedent. Antecedent is a noun. Look, every word can have different meaning in different situation. Here we will be discussing about the most common meanings of the words. Ante means before. So the first meaning of antecedent is the people in somebody's family who lived a long time ago. You can say that your grandfather's grandfather is your antecedent. Synonyms of antecedent in this context are ancestor, forefather, predecessor, and forebear. Second meaning of antecedent is a thing or event that comes before another. We can use antecedent in this context in a sentence like: the historical novel talked about the antecedent events that changed the thinking of the main character. Synonyms of antecedent in this context are previous, earlier, and prior. So, in the context of the previous example, we can say that the historical novel talked about the previous events or earlier events or prior events also. Let's revise it. Antecedent has two meanings: first, ancestor, and second, prior. Second word is antediluvian, which means historic. But if we go in details, antediluvian means ridiculously old fashioned. For example, the thinking of our grandparents, we can call their thinking antediluvian or old fashioned, as we don't associate with that. For more clarity, see the use of the word antediluvian in this sentence. My mother has some hopelessly antediluvian ideas about the role of woman. It means that my mother thinks a woman should do household works, shouldn't work outside, or bear children, etc. Synonyms of antediluvian when it means historic are ancient, earliest, and primal. And synonyms of it when it means old fashioned are outdated, or we can use slangs like old hat or as old as the hills. Third word is anterior. First meaning of anterior is earlier in time or forward. We can use it like events anterior to the outbreak of war. Synonyms of anterior in this context are antecedent, which was our first word also. Second is foregoing, former, preceding, and previous. Second meaning of anterior is situated before or in front of. We can understand it by using it in a sentence like the eyes, nose, and mouth are located in the anterior of the human body. Synonyms are front or forward. So, anterior has two meanings. First is forward in time, and second is something which is situated in the front of the other thing. Fourth word is antiquity, which is a noun. Root word ant means before, and antiquity means ancient times. Like we can say Greek and Roman antiquity, which means Greek and Roman ancient times. Synonym of antiquity is the olden days. We can also call objects of ancient times as antiquities. Like we can say this is a museum of Roman antiquity, which will mean things from ancient Roman times are kept in this museum. Synonyms of antiquities are antique, museum piece, or treasure. And the fifth word is anticipate. Ant means before, and anticipate means to tell beforehand what will happen in future, or we can say to predict. Like I anticipate that the situation will get worse. It means I think that in future the situation will get worse. Synonyms are expect, foresee, predict, forecast, and foretell. Now let's quickly revise what we have learned in this video. Our root word was ant or ante, which means before. First word is antecedent, which means ancestors or earlier. Second word is antediluvian, which means historic or old fashioned. Third word is anterior, which means earlier in time or in front of. Fourth word is antiquity, which means ancient times or things from ancient times. Fifth word is anticipate, which means predict or forecast. Thank you. Have a nice day everybody and keep learning.